Hello, I was watching this video by MC Toon recently, and he was talking about how he is colorblind, and he related a few anecdotes about various colors that he can't see or can't see very well. And it was kind of an interesting discussion. So I thought I would take a quick look at the idea of color blindness and all of that other stuff. And mainly, I wanted to see if there were tools out there to help people who are colorblind maybe change the color scheme of an image so that they could see detail that's otherwise hidden because it's got two different colors that look the same to them. And I didn't find anything useful in terms of an actual tool. Rather, I only found things like choosing color palettes that are friendly to people who are colorblind or a colorblind vision simulator, etc. And I thought what I would do is take advantage of the fact that I can't seem to readily find a tool out there for people who are colorblind to quickly change the color scheme of an image so that they can see more detail. I don't know if this would be a tool that would be useful for them. I don't know if they would even be looking for such a thing, but it could be an interesting project and would pretty much fit the purpose of this channel. So I created this channel for several reasons. One of them being I wanted something to do in the winter when there's nothing else to do outside. And while I'm at it, I thought that I would also show people how to go about programming, how to configure a new project, maybe in Maven, and develop a Java application, etc. So this really is going to be Java slash Maven slash Eclipse centric, but I think that a lot of the concepts that I show will be applicable to just about any programming language out there. So that's pretty much what I was thinking of doing. And I did even come up with a little kind of if I was in a if I was working for the boss kind of thing and I was pitching an idea to them, come up with a bit of a business use case, etc. But I don't think that I'm going to talk too much about this. The main thing that I would like to discuss really is the reason why, because I think that it's going to be pretty important, I think, to go forward, or the reasons why would actually be pretty important as to why I would be going forward with this. Because there, because I can't really find, because I can't easily find a tool out there already to help people who are colorblind, I think that if I could pull it off, it might actually be, I might actually be able to provide something that could help them out. And whether I succeed or not, there are certain learning certain things that can be learned along the way, and one of the main benefits would be color transformation. And when you're dealing with computers and modern day monitors, etc., each of the colors are treated as separate colors by themselves. So you have a red color, a green color, and a blue color, and they all they're right beside each other, and by the time you see it, the the spacing between the colors are too small for you to see the individual dots, and so when they bleed together in your eye, it appears as a single color. And so that would be an example of additive colors, and that's how the computer generally tends to track the color rendering internally as separate red, green, and blue channels. But there are other color schemes as well. There's HSV, it's hue, saturation, and I forget what the V stands for. But I think, if I recall correctly, that is a form of printed documents, I think, possibly, like a magazine, for example. Or I might be getting that confused with CYMK, cyan, yellow, magenta, and black. And there is another form of color coding which dates back to the old analog television, where you had the main luminance for black and white, and then encoded in a separate sub-channel, or a separate, I think it was a separate sub-carrier. You had the color information, and the color information had two sub-channels, and I vaguely recall seeing YCRCB, Y being the color intensity, or the luminance, then the CR would be the chrominance red, and then the CB would be chrominance blue. I think that's what they were. But how you convert between individual RGB color values to something else, I vaguely recall that there is a formula to convert those values. So it would be interesting to go back and revisit that at some later time. So if nothing else, and the entire project turns out to be completely useless, it could be useful as a learning experience to look into various other things that you might not necessarily have looked at. So rather than just me doing it on my own, I figured this would be yet one of those many useful justifications for making videos and sharing it with the internet. So if you are interested in this, and or if you have any comments, feel free to leave a comment below and give this video a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed and you want to see more of this type of video, I would encourage you to subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you again in another video, hopefully soon enough. Bye.